Hello, true art believers, and welcome to tonight's live art stream. This is we're doing a two-a-day today. Catching up from missing a few days from the weekend, and so I got a few days ahead of me to kind of catch up to where I should be regarding my live art streams. So I'm roughly about 3 days behind, and I'm gonna be caught up by tomorrow, hopefully. Anyways, this is Pierson. I am the #1 live art streamer in the world. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button before I begin today's live art stream. Anyways, tonight's live stream, we're going to be doing some gesture drawings. We're going from 1 minute to all the way up to possibly 5 minutes. It all depends on how I feel and how things are kind of flowing for me. So without further ado, let's kind of get the show started. How about that? And we're going to talk about some things. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I don't know. We'll just figure it out. We'll find out. Alrighty, let's hit this. Get some jams going. Get some nice jams. How about this? Some drive-in. How about that? Do some of that for a little bit. How's that sound? Getting nice driving in there. All right, so let's begin. Let's get this quick poses on, and we're gonna do some quick gesture drawings for about 30 minutes, starting about now. All righty, let's see what we got here. We're just gonna start with a head. Maybe a little bit of it, just like a shape for a head, like this. And then we're going to kind of establish the angles of the legs or whatever. Maybe do the clavicle, direction of the clavicle. Maybe get the neck in there. Maybe do the neck, shoulder. Get an arm, like a direction of the arm, like this. And then let's kind of get some directions for the legs here. Let's see where's he placing most of his weight on? I don't know. It feels like this side is where he's placing some weight. It kind of feels evenly distributed. So now that we kind of got like some weird gesture forms, let's go ahead and maybe let's add like some cylindrical shapes for the bot, like this is terrible. No. Oh gosh. I ran out of time. Okay. Let's start over. Get the head in there, like this. Get the head like a boxy shape for the head, like this. And then do the neck, and then get the clavicle, the direction of the clavicle. And then let's kind of get the general angle of the torso, maybe. And then like the angle of the legs. Maybe move this a little bit right here. Now let's get another angle of the leg right here, leggy leg, an angle for the arm, angle for the other arm. Now we got some information, so let's go ahead and kind of add some more like mass to these forms a little bit. In the time frame that I have allotted, I don't really have a lot of time actually. I'm spending more time talking about it than anything else. That would have been a good one too. All right, let's do the head. Let's do the angle of the torso, right? And then the leg. Let's get like an angle of the leg. Another angle of the other leg, and then the arms. Now let's go ahead and get the neck and the clavicle, or part of the clavicles, which is the collarbone, right? Let's do the collarbone. And now let's kind of add some forms here. Kind of establish some things. Get the torso here. Do a shape for the leg here. Another shape for the other leg, like this. And then let's go ahead and give this guy. He's kind of laying down. Anyways, that would have been a good one too. I'm starting to set him up a little bit better today, so that's okay. All right, let's get this guy's head. No, let's get the arm in. Wow, his arm is like twisted. Let's kind of get this arm here. Let's kind of get the torso here, and then let's get this leg shape. It's kind of going up like this. This is an awkward pose, by the way. It's actually you're kind of looking down on it, and so I don't know. Let's go about this a little bit differently. We're kind of locking up, and we're just gonna let's just kind of draw the figure now. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Alrighty, wow. This one's not that good. I didn't start off. All right, we're done. We're done with that one. All right, let's get the angle of this. So I don't know, man. I don't have anything to say today. Right now, it's late, and I think I just kind of exhausted all my words for the day. I'm just kind of doing this because I have to. Well, I don't have to, but I'm just doing this because this is what I've kind of set out to do, and I'm playing a little bit of catch up from missing 3 days. And in order to do that, I have to do two live streams every day for the next few days in order to get caught up. Otherwise, I will never get caught up. I can't do one live stream a day. I have to do two to eventually catch up to the actual live stream number that I'm supposed to be at, which I'm supposed to be at 432 or 3. I don't remember. I tell you what, though, right now, technically I should be on day 432, but yeah, I missed my whole weekend, so now I'm just playing catch up. I don't know. Let's see here. This one's pretty crazy, actually. This one's got this extreme, like almost this extreme, what would you call it, like foreshortening. It's probably a little bit too hard of a drawing to a little bit more challenging, too challenging of a picture to work on for 1 minute. All right, but I'm just playing catch up, and you just got to keep doing it. You know, I don't really know what to talk about tonight. I'm kind of a loss for words, to be quite honest with you. I'm just kind of on autopilot at this moment. You ever been on like autopilot when it's just late at night and you're waiting to kind of just finish the day? And that's what I'm kind of doing right now. I'm just wrapping up my evening and slowly getting ready to kind of hit the bed, right? And so I'm pretty exhausted currently, and just hoping. I'm just kind of on autopilot, you know, and it sucks to be on autopilot because sometimes, yeah, it just sucks to be on autopilot because you're not going to be doing the greatest of drawings. You're not going to be doing the greatest of anything, really. And so here I am. I'm showing up. I've talked about this a lot as well. I've talked about the idea of showing up to just do your thing. And I try to show up every day, regardless of how I feel, you know, because there's going to be days that you don't feel like doing anything, or there's going to be days where you're not really performing, you know, you're not really performing to your greatest capacity. And so, like, I usually have that often, actually. It's hard to say. I don't really, what's the word? I don't perform well like 80% of the time. and it usually takes me a good hour or two before anything of value in my drawing really starts to show, And so it gets really difficult for me personally when I'm doing these live streams, because I always have these days, these bad, not bad. I guess they're bad days. Let's just say this. Let's call it how I see it. Right? They're just bad days. This is not. I don't know if it's a bad day. It's just a day that I'm not performing to my abilities, essentially, and that's okay. I think it's okay when you're doing it by yourself, but when you're doing a lot on a live stream, it can always be a little bit disheartening when you're doing these live, because you make these mistakes and it just doesn't really. It's kind of like you're providing a. I don't know what I was going to say. You're showing like your weaker side, I guess. You're not showing up. I'm a little bit distracted. You're not showing up in a more positive manner. You're performing, but you're not performing the best. Like you're having an off day, and I have a lot of off days. And perhaps I should come into the. I've been listening to these live streams or these podcasts, and how you need to visualize. You need to visualize a little bit more, and it's not visualize, but I've been listening to these people, and they were talking about visualization and how it's supposed to help, and how you need to sit down and think, just imagine the act of doing that thing that you're doing, and doing that is supposedly supposed to be very beneficial, because it gets you in this mental groove. And so maybe before I do these live streams, I need to sit down for 4 minutes or so, 5 minutes or so, and just really I guess really think about no. What am I trying to say? Just really think about the how imagine myself in this. Imagine myself doing a live stream, visualize and do this visualization method to kind of picture myself doing these live streams, doing them impeccably, doing them without any error, doing them perfectly, and visualize me drawing more up to my ability, right? All right, so I'm done with 1 minute gesture drawing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do 3 minutes. See how that looks. All right, we're going to do 3 minutes starting right about now. And perhaps that's what I need to do, is spend more time visualizing. They say that you should do that the night before. You should think about how your day is going to be the night before, and you should really, when you're the night before, you should think about your day before you go to bed. Make it a habit of visualizing the next day while you're in your bed, and that's supposed to kind of set you up on the right path. You've kind of, it's kind of like athletes who go over in their head over and over again how the game's going to go, how the what would you call it, the whole game's going to go, how you're going to perform, and so forth. So it's kind of the same premise, I guess. And I guess I should do that more often, where I just kind of think about uh, just think about like what I should be doing, and to visualize the act of doing my live streams, and maybe that might be good for me, um, to kind of do a good little practice for me. I think that might be something for me to start working on, because I think it will help me in the future. Because if I'm already kind of like looking at how the live stream is going to be, kind of like pretending, doing like a mock run in my brain, perhaps it will like translate to better outcomes when I do it in real life, you know. And so maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I need to do something like that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Anyways, this is not that bad. Actually, this one's turned out pretty good. I want to move it so I can get the head in at least, so I can get the shape of the head. I just want to get the shape of his head in, like that. Maybe add a little bit. That seems pretty good. Great. I mean, I could probably do better, maybe. We're gonna skip that one. That one sucks. Sometimes you gotta skip figures that you don't want to do. Actually, I didn't want to do that one because I knew I wouldn't enjoy it. So I want to get figures that I know I can do not necessarily well. I want something that's challenging, but I want something that is not going to like require a lot of. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, 'cause that last image that I just got, and I just skipped it. It was not good. It would have been a good drawing, and I don't like wasting. I don't like wasting my time on bad drawings. Well, not necessarily. I'll waste my time on bad drawings. I've done a ton of those, but I don't want to do a drawing that's going to be kind of a struggle for people to understand visually. All right, I'm taking a little bit too long on this one. Let's kind of get these shapes in here. Let's kind of get this guy's neck in, his shoulder, and let's do something like this. Do his arm here, and kind of do the arm here. His leg is, let's just say his leg's right here, and then his arm is like this, and so forth, and then his arm's right here, doing army things, and so forth. Here we go. I don't really have much to say right now. I'm just kind of focused. I don't even think I'm really focused particularly. I'm just it's late. It's time to. It's like I'm slowly positioning myself to sleep, get to bed afterwards, right? And it's just, I feel like I can't always have things to say. Unfortunately, with these live streams, you have to have things to say. Like, oh, you have to talk, blah blah blah, man. But man, some days, you're just like you just want to kind of do the thing that you set out to do, which is to draw. And that's essentially what the live streams are for. It's not necessarily to like talk. It's kind of like to draw and to maybe point out things that you're thinking, and also to improve, etc., etc. Anyways, let's see what we can do here. That was Terrible one. That was terrible. All right. Here's another one. We're working on this one. This one's going to be good, I think. I think it'll be good. So like today, man, I went to work after I did my live stream. I did a few things and I went to work and I just hunkered down. I didn't talk at work that much. I really didn't want to talk. I was not a happy camper. I really didn't want to be. I didn't want to be where I was at. You know, you ever been at like work and you literally don't want to be there, but it actually went really. The actual shift went very smoothly. Actually, I just kind of hunkered down and did my things. You know, I just kind of did my thing and left afterwards. You know, I think I was kind of like I was just kind of really emotionless about it. You know, and I think that kind of helped with the actual shift that I was at. Like it just kind of helped. Like I really didn't overly think about the shift. I just kind of moved ahead and went with it and didn't think. I just worked. You know, you ever have those shifts where you just work and because you just work, the day goes by, the shift goes by really quickly, and you're in and then you're out in no time, you know? And that's what it was like, essentially. And I got out, and then here I am doing this live stream. But I didn't really talk much because I didn't have anything to say today at that time. I didn't have anything to say. Really, I didn't really have anything to say. And now it's kind of like it's kind of like the same right now. Like I don't really have much to talk about. I'm just kind of doing my live stream and focusing on getting that done. And you know, just focusing on getting it done. And that's really all I'm working on right now. This would be good if I had a little bit more time to kind of work on the legs. Let's get his arms in, at least his other arm right here. It's kind of tucked in right here. He's got kind of like, I don't know what he's doing here. I can't tell if he has his arm underneath this or below it, but he has a staff coming in right here, and it's kind of coming in right here behind, right? Kind of doing staffy things. And so, yeah, there's that. I'm going to color this so people can understand what's happening here. I want people to know what this is, so they know that there's something there. Like this. There's always going to be days that you're just like blah, right? And today is kind of like one of those days, right? And it's okay, man. It's okay to have those like blah days. I have a lot of them. I think this is gonna be my last one. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of draw this, not quickly, but just kind of draw it like this or something. I don't know how I'm gonna draw it. I'm just gonna draw it, and then yeah, we're just gonna draw. We're just gonna draw this as fast as we can, and then maybe correct things as we go along with it. As I move along with it, we'll see. There we go. Kind of get this guy's torso. I'm exaggerating his torso. He's kind of twisted. Actually, I'm probably not exaggerating that much. Actually, I think I am exaggerating his oblique right here. On purpose. I don't know, maybe for like stylistic purposes to kind of really show the twisting of the torso, you know. But I'm not exaggerating too much with this figure. At least I think I'm not. Maybe I could be wrong. I mean, some people would say that I'm not exaggerating that much, and other people will say that I'm exaggerating way too much. It all depends on the viewer or the person that's kind of critiquing, right? Let's see. Maybe move this down a little bit. Press B. Get my brush back in. This is kind of weird because his head's kind of tucked in into this area. So his head's here, I think. And he's kind of like, I don't know what his head's doing. His head's doing something. So that's where I should have started with his head, because I remember talking about how I struggle to get these figures' heads in. If I don't draw the head in first, I always struggle to get the head in later on, because it just doesn't seem, I can't seem to get the neck in and so forth. And this guy's got his arm right here, and his other arm's kind of doing something like right here, and so forth. I'm gonna skip one more. I might find one more. Let's go skip some more and see if I can find any more I want to draw for 3 minutes. It'll do this one. Why not? This is going to be my last one I do. It's going to be a 3-minute one. So as I said, I need to draw the head. Start off drawing that head first, and I'll be a little bit more better off. Draw the head, or at least the angle of the head. Right, and then do the angle of the neck, and then his neck and his torso kind of straightens out, and then let's do the legs here. He's doing like a karate pose, and then his arm kind of sweeps in like this. I think I made his head too big, by the way, and then he's got his arm right here. Anyway, so I think we got kind of the basis. Now we can kind of work with this a little bit. Let's go ahead and kind of build this out a little bit. Let's get this guy's face in. He's kind of a thin dude, actually. And the majority of his, like the size of his head is mostly his hair kind of popping out, doing crazy hair things. He's got like a Wolverine look to him too. So we're just going to kind of do that for shape. Anyways, do the shape there. And, whatever. And he's got kind of a goatee. Kind of give him a little goatee here. And then do this for his side of his face, and his arm kind of does something like this, and just kind of give the shape of his fist here, like that. And then he's got like, I guess like daggers in his hands. I don't know. And let's kind of get the shape in here. The chest. He's a really thin dude, by the way. I'm not like I'm probably making him a little bit. He looks odd because I made his head too large, but he is a thinner looking dude. He's got these and so forth. Kind of put the that, kind of play around. Now I'm just gonna stop and just kind of play around with this one for a few more minutes, and then I'm gonna call it a night. I'm pretty much done for now, and I'm just gonna kind of play around with this one for a few minutes, just to kind of flesh it out a little bit more. It's not going to be it's not going to be really good. To be quite honest with you, it's just going to be just a little bit more about what it looks like in person, or what the model looks like, kind of. Just wanted to kind of flesh him out a little bit more. Give him this goatee. Let's go ahead and kind of flesh out this. Maybe make this darker, and then make his arm really dark around here. And let's go ahead and let's define this guy's arm some. Get this guy something like this, and his hand does something like this, because he's got his hand doing something like that, and then he's got little things in his hand like that. And then let's kind of do this, kind of make this into a giant dark mass here. Now let's make it into a giant dark mass. Let's kind of get that going. All right, I think that's good. Now let's just kind of add some of the legs in. It's going to add a little bit of legs, and that's all I want to do is kind of add the legs in, and right, just kind of do like a simple, like what would you call it? Just a simple like outline, I guess, of his legs. Like that, and so forth. And his other leg kind of does something like this. And let's kind of, yeah, I think I'm done, but I'm just gonna. I think I'm done. We're just gonna call it a day. Yeah, let's call it a day. And maybe add like a little bit right here. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, just kind of play around. And yeah, that's it for the day. I'm done. Calling it a day. Alrighty. Anyways, I wish I had. I wish today was a little better. I wish this live stream was a little bit more better than the previous one. But usually my live streams at the end of the day are very, very, very. They're not great. They could be kind of sus, right? They're usually in a point of the day where I'm just super tired, exhausted, don't have a lot of things to kind of think about, and anyways, I gotta get going. I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all the best, and thank you so much, and I must be going. Let's see here. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you tomorrow where I do another twofer, or 2 a day. I'm going to do 2 to catch up for Wednesday and for Thursday as well. So I'll be caught up by tomorrow. I'm really excited about that. Anyways, I got to get going. I hope you have a wonderful night. Cheers. This is Pierson.